some. I need to check birthdays.
All right, just double check with stream now. All right, just double check with stream now. Yeah, no echo. All right, just double check with stream.
I don't know how Kim checks birthdays on this site, so if it's somebody's birthday this week, we might just miss them. I don't know how Kim checks birthdays on this
It must be the Facebook group.
If it's somebody's birthday this week, we might just miss them. It is. I just don't know. I'm on the Facebook group, and I don't know. Like, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's 3:04. I guess we should get started.
Yeah.
Where's your camera?
Oh, shit. Right, yeah. That's disconnecting.
You're back.
Right. You ready?
Ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly?
I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Overseas Connection episode number 888. Since it seems everyone else is busy this weekend, you're just getting Mark and I, so we're calling this one the Wrench and Moose Show. Hopefully, Mark, you don't take too much offense. In the U.S. Army, we tend to refer to mechanics as wrench.
Monkey wrench. Yeah.
And of course, I am the Moose Man. It is the 17th of May, No, it's not. It is the 24th of May, 2026. And we are the Overseas Connection. We talk about video games. We talk about life. We talk about what day it is. And today, we're just going to chat briefly, Mark and I, and whoever happens to come by in the chat, hopefully somebody to challenge Mark for the title of Quiz Master this week. Otherwise, he's just going to win. We're going to do the quiz anyway, but he's just going to win.
Take away Greg's winning streak. Hi, Chris.
There you go. Finally. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, Mark Alex on everything gaming related in the sunny places of West Yorkshire in the UK. Yeah. Been a lovely weekend. I'll get into that. Yeah.
It has been raining for the last 2 days here, and you can send some of that sunshine our way.
Yeah.
Before we dive right into it, let's wish some people a happy birthday. Didn't see any birthdays in the community this week, but some notable birthdays to celebrate. John C. Reilly, cinema star. There was a movie of his that I saw that was like one of the only movies I ever walked out of. Walk Hard. Right, the Ballad of Dewey Cox. Did you ever see that one?
No. I haven't really seen him in that many. The most notable one is the one with Will Ferrell, the Step Brothers one.
Well, he did Step Brothers, and he did the Ricky Bobby movie. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Just that one particular movie was not good. Happy birthday to Helena Bonham Carter. Happy birthday to Colin Farrell, and happy birthday to Annette Bening. American actress Annette Bening, and happy birthday to Ukrainian aeronautical pioneer Igor Sikorsky, well known for his work in fixed wing and rotary wing aviation, born this week in 1889.
I'll be watching something with Annette Bening in soon. Have you seen Yellowstone?
I've seen a little bit of it. Yeah,
I loved that series. Absolutely loved it. One of my favourite characters in that TV series was Beth Dunn, and she married a guy called Rip. And there's a spin-off because obviously Yellowstone finished. There was a spin-off called The Dutton Ranch, and it is Beth and Rip, where they moved to Texas and set up another ranch. So I can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome.
I've seen advertisements for it.
Yeah.
I guess I need to catch up on Yellowstone first. I've only watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, I loved it.
There's just only so many hours in the
Yeah,
day.
that's the problem. I've got a watch list longer than my fucking gaming pile of shame.
Yeah, right. So, do the birthday people get a song, Mark?
They certainly do.
It's your birthday.
There it is.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Not that they'll actually hear this, especially Igor. He'll never hear this.
Well, that's all right. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Thought that
Our
counts.
appreciation to these people.
That's right. Or at least the 5 minutes that I took to find them on the internet.
Yeah. Thank Google.
Yes. It's time to tell the people what they really want to know, and that is what in the world has been happening in our lives for the past 7 days.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
There it is. So since we're at it, Mr. Marcanix, what has been happening in your world?
Well, we've had a glorious weekend this weekend so far, and it's a bank holiday tomorrow, so most of the UK isn't working apart from these poor retail people. But every week's a bank holiday for me now because I don't work Mondays anyway. But yeah, it's a bank holiday tomorrow, and it's even hotter tomorrow apparently. So yeah, we've got a mini heat wave come through the UK from the south of the world. Today has been 33 degrees centigrade in West Yorkshire, which is 91.5 Fahrenheit. So that's hot for us. So hence the redhead. Because we've been doing a lot of outdoorsy stuff this weekend. So yesterday I got the grass cut because, like you, we've had nothing but rain the past few weeks. So my back garden's been like a jungle because you can't cut the grass when it's wet. So I've been waiting for that to dry out. Finally got a nice day. Cut the grass. Cut the hedge at the front. Neatened up everything. So that was a nice day yesterday. And today I've washed the car. Give it a really good clean. It's first wash it's had since I got it. So yeah, I've been doing that. And then Jay came down and borrowed our driveway and my pressure washer and that. So he did his car. So we've been out in the sun all day. Been glorious. Don't know what we're doing tomorrow. Probably just going to chill out. But yeah, it's too hot really for us. I know it sounds silly, but I'd rather it be hot than cold. But it's too hot to do anything, if you know what I mean. You just burn.
90 degrees. Now what's the humidity there? That's usually the killer.
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad. There's been a little bit of a breeze. I don't know what the humidity's been like, but it's normally pretty dire in the UK. But apparently tomorrow it's going to be 2 or 3 degrees hotter than it was today. So yeah, should be a cracking day tomorrow. So.
Yeah, we have had some rainy weather. Our weather can't make up its mind. Wednesday it was 93 degrees Fahrenheit. And then it dipped down into the 70s, which is kind of perfect. And then it started raining on Friday, and it's been raining ever since. And I'm just kind of ready for it to stop raining.
Yeah, I feel for you. Like I say, we've had 2 weeks of rain. So, yeah, because it's where the UK is situated, it's weird because we'll just get low pressure coming in and sweeping across the Atlantic in the north, and we'll get shit weather, and then we'll get high pressure and a load of hot air from the Gulf Stream from the south, and it's glorious, but it just swings and roundabouts all the time. There's no consistency.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us it depends on if Canada gets mad and decides to send us their weather. Right now I think Canada sent us their weather. All right, so I see you've got The Boys finale down here.
Yeah.
I would also like to discuss this with you. So
have you seen it?
Let's hear about The Mummy first.
Right, okay, yeah.
Then we'll talk about The Boys.
Yeah, so I was in the mood for a movie. I've not seen a good movie for a while. And last night we was looking... so this is a new Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Came out this year, in April this year. And it's a different take on the mummy sort of like situation. Like normally the mummies are like 1,000-year-old mummified bodies what come to life or whatever. This was a slight twist on that. But very good. Really, really good. Very tenseful. quite horrific in places. Yeah, well worth a watch. I was quite happy with it. It's a guy who brought you Evil Dead Rise. I don't know if you like the Evil Dead series, but I loved Evil Dead Rise, and he also was involved in Weapons, which I also loved. So it's got some pedigree as this with Lee Cronin mummy. So yeah, very good. So I won't give any spoilers, but sorry.
It looks absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
I
with a
find
few
that
scary bits. Yeah.
I find that I like scary movies less and less as I'm getting older. I don't know particularly why that is, but yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's talk about The Boys. What did you? Just warning to everyone, if you're listening, we're probably going to spoil it. So
oh right, okay.
don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Fast forward maybe 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So
there's nobody in the chat, so
yeah, there was a lot of 50-50 online. Some saying, "Oh, I liked it," and some saying, "I hated it." I quite liked the ending. There's a few things what I thought they could have done a little better, but yeah, I quite liked the ending. And why they didn't think of that before, that plan with the atomic blast, I don't know, but I suppose they wanted to wipe out all soups with a virus.
well, and I think they only learned about that like a couple episodes ago.
Yeah,
right?
when Soldier Boy did it and it took away someone's powers. Yeah.
Well, they knew Soldier Boy had the blast, but they only learned just now how he gained it, I guess.
Yeah.
I the whole final season I've enjoyed. A lot of people are not really liking it. I did find that some of it was a little abrupt. I thought the final battle with crap, what's his name? Homelander and
Butcher, and there was Ryan. His son came into the frame and saved the day.
Yeah. I mean, you knew that showdown was coming. It just didn't take very long. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer. But it kind of ended the way you thought it had to with Butcher and Homelander kind of having their final showdown, and then Ryan coming in. So yeah, that was fine. I kind of enjoyed it. I didn't watch the Generation V, so
I've seen them. They're quite good. I liked them. Both seasons were really good, and that was the thing. What annoyed me, they were very underutilized in this season. I thought they'd play more of a role, especially Marie Monroe, because so in The Boys there was that woman. I can't remember her name now. It's the head popper. So she can control blood in someone's body, and that's how she popped heads. Marie Monroe has the same power, so I thought they might have utilised her more, but they didn't. So,
okay.
but with Gen V's worth a watch. I enjoyed them. You can imagine like late teens with superpowers. How that's going to end. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
I've seen I think most of the first season. I haven't watched season. All right, cool. So there we go. No more spoilers for the Boys. We kind of did that. Anything else, Mark?
No, that's it really. Just another busy week at work, and looking forward to this weekend. And not a lot really. A little bit of gaming, but not much.
The weekend is here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's fried everything?
Oh yeah. So as I mentioned, it has been raining. It has been raining a lot here. So Friday night, my son and all of his friends came in the house, and they went paddleboarding when they had a brief break in the rain, and then they came home and it was raining, and so they were inside, and they decided that they were going to make fried jalapeno peppers
Right.
because this local restaurant that they like to go to serves fried jalapeno peppers, and they're like, we can make this. And so, and they were doing it right. They got the heavy cast iron, deep skillet, and they got their oil, and they were checking the temperature, making sure it's all good to go. And and I was kind of supervising. I was like, this hot oil can really mess you up. So I'm gonna stay close just to make sure we don't do anything silly. And they were being careful. So they finished all their jar of jalapeno slices, and then they're like, well, we got all this batter left. What do we do? And then my son comes out and he's got a jar of pickles. He's like, fried pickles. And so they started frying up pickles. Thankfully, they ran out of batter at the end of the fried pickles. They learned some lessons. He put some leavening agent in the some bicarb in his batter, so they kind of puffed up real big. I was like, yeah, you can do that, but if you want them to be crunchy, don't do that. And I showed them, how to regulate the oil temperature because they were letting their oil get a little too hot and burning. But yeah, they were having a good time. I was happy to see them having a good time, learning something, and they actually made some pretty tasty little snacks. So no complaints, no complaints. But because of the weather, yesterday was graduation Saturday here on campus, and so Friday they go rehearse graduation. It's in the stadium. And the president of the university says, all right, I'm going to leave it up to you all. Are we going to do this in the stadium tomorrow, or are we going to go to the auditorium? Because if they go to the auditorium, there's not room for all the graduates and all their guests. So it's like you get to pick 2 guests that get to come in the auditorium with you. Everyone else goes to a classroom somewhere on campus and gets to watch graduation on the closed circuit television. And so they're all like, rain or shine, we're doing this in the stadium. And he's like, okay, that's what we're doing. And sure enough, it just rained from start to finish. And some of them were out there just shivering, sitting in the rain and getting cold because it wasn't warm either. It was maybe in the 50s. But they got through it, and on they go to be adults and do adult things, and it'll be great. My part. Everybody has a job on graduation Saturday because there's tens of thousands of guests. I was responsible for, so there's not a lot of flat ground around here. We're in the mountains. And so the buses park in this one spot and everybody walks to the stadium. It's maybe 400 or 500 meters. So my job was to take the big golf cart and go to the bus stop and find the people who just need a little help. They weren't on the wheelchair accessible bus that was going to take them right to the stadium, but they were with a cane or with a walker or just need a little help and drive them up to the stadium. So I ended up soaked through because it was raining on me the whole time too. Because it's gotten indoors. But you do get to meet a lot of people, and they're all very thankful when you give them a ride. So that was I guess a nice way to spend a Saturday. Yeah. And then of course do exactly the opposite after the ceremony, drive them from the stadium back to the bus stop. But yeah, that was my, I guess that was my week. So I suppose we would at this point move on to a community question from Discord, but we don't have one.
Nope.
So people, go to the future and ask us some questions. We love to answer your questions. Otherwise it's just us waxing philosophical about whatever we've been doing. I don't think we need to talk about games for free because I think we already talked about all these.
It's just the Epic ones. So this week's Epic games there's 2 games. There's Down in Bermuda and the Tomb Raiders episode. So Tomb Raiders 1 to 3 remastered, which is a great little grab for free. So if you're going to grab any, just grab the Tomb Raider ones. But yeah, and that finishes on Thursday.
All right. There is a new Tomb Raider game coming, right?
Yeah.
Like a totally new game. I guess I still need to finish Shadow of the Tomb Raider before I go on to that. All right, cool. Then it's time for us to tell the people what we've been playing this week, Mark.
It's game time.
Today I feel like playing computer games.
It's game time.
All right. Let's see. Have we been playing? We have been playing different stuff this week.
Yeah.
So let's start with your impressions of the latest incarnation of Forza Horizon.
Yeah, so I've played a new release. It came out on Tuesday this week, unless you paid extra money and you got 5 days early access, which I didn't do this time round. I have in the past, but yeah, I didn't bother. But yeah, Forza Horizon 6 came out on Tuesday, and if you've got Game Pass, you don't have to buy the game. It's part of your Game Pass subscription. And it's another Forza Horizon game, but this time it's set in Tokyo. And it's an amazing setting, some amazing roads and routes, and there's all the mountains, the countryside, the city centre area. There's lots of like little stuff to collect, a lot of mini games. So in the previous ones, you've had bonus boards and XP boards, and the bonus boards, if you collected all them, you could fast travel for free. So now we've got mascots. So different areas have different mascots. So it might be a ramen dish, or it might be some peas in a pod, or some other things, some Japanese thing. So you can collect them by smashing into them, and there's XP boards. But this time, fast travel works by once you've discovered a road, and there's 671 roads this time, so there's more roads this time. If you've discovered a road, you can fast travel to that road for free, which I think is quite cool, because before it was a bit of a pain, and because it wasn't cheap last time when you wanted to fast travel, unless you'd unlocked all the bonus boards. So that's a nice touch now with the fast travel. The game is gorgeous. I'm playing it on PC on the Game Pass, not on the Xbox. I've not tried it on the Xbox yet, but on the PC it is absolutely stunning. It auto set all the graphics to extreme. On the AMD Adrenaline app, it's averaging 200 frames per second, and it is absolutely beautiful. It runs like a dream. The intro to it, which is on now, the intro's just like jaw-dropping. There's a bit where you go through some trees. It's springtime when the game starts, and you go through like some cherry blossom trees, and there's cherry blossom on the road. As the cars drive through it, with cherry blossoms like getting thrown in the air, just little touches like that. It's just absolutely stunning. They've made quite a few improvements as well, I think, to the car sounds and the handling. It feels different enough as an improvement on previous Forza Horizon games. Not different enough to completely change the game, but you know it's like refined and that little bit better. Playing with a controller on the PC, so there's different wristbands you collect. I mean, now you can display them wristbands on your name, and you can also display different icons as you unlock different things, like the mascots you collect. So not that far into it, race. So because you're in a festival of speed, you enter into races. As you progress through, once you've done so many races and events, you can go do another big sort of like one-off, like big
showcase event.
Yeah, showcase. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. So I've done the first one, and to get 3 stars on that first showcase, you had to do it in under 4 minutes, and it's like a gymkhana obstacle course type thing, and you're in a set car, and it took me 8 attempts to get 3 stars on it, but I did it in the end, because it's so easy to like just hit something and lose so much time, and then you get the next coloured wristband. So I've now just unlocked the next showcase, which I don't know if you've seen in the trailers. It has a big Gundam mech. So I don't know how that's going to work out. So I've got that to do next. But I have been playing a lot online, doing the online convoys with my lad Jay and my nephew James. So that's been quite fun. Right. So in the centre near the festival, there's a drag strip. And the way they've done the drag strip now is you drive up to the lights and it'll prompt you to press X to ready up, and it actually sets you on the line. And the game now has launch control, so you can activate launch control by pressing A and you accelerator, so it puts launch control on, and then the lights count down, and then when it goes green you just let it go there and you launch away. So yes, we've been having a lot of fun with drag meets. Because before you had to like count down yourself, I think you used to say 3, 2, 1, go, and you'd set off. But this actually has billboard signs, electronic signs telling you who won, what times you got, what's your rating speed-wise and time-wise in the world. So, yeah. I ain't got this car yet. I want it so bad. Jason's got a MX-5 Miata, and it's got this fucking drag tune on it, which is just insane, and it beats everything. I was in like massive American muscle cars tuned up to hell, and this little MX-5 was just leaving me for dust. Unbelievable. But it's so around the map there's cars where you can see at the side of the road and you can buy them, and it's one of them, and it's just look what you find this car. So, all right. But yeah, really enjoying it so far.
Cool. I haven't played this yet. My oldest has installed it on our home Xbox, so I'm looking forward to checking it out.
I love the Horizon games for the. I'm obsessed with getting all the roads, all the boards, and all the mascots. So I think I'm on 200 odd roads at the moment, and don't know how many boards I've got. But yeah, it's just there's that many of them. You just look at the map, you think, oh my god, right, I'm going to go there. And you'll set a course to a race. And then you'll see on the map, oh, there's a board there. Oh, I can see a mascot there, and you just divert, and then before you know it, you're miles away from the bloody race who you're going to again. So yeah, I get easily distracted in this game. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, I enjoyed. A lot of people complained about Forza Horizon 5. I don't know why. I thought it was.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to checking out Forza Horizon 6. It looks like it looks pretty cool. Any other games on the schedule?
That is all I've played really. I've been coming up from work and absolutely shattered. So my only gaming time has been this. Put a few hours into this already. So like an hour or so each night, and then a little bit last night because I was out most of the day. So and a bit Friday night. So yeah. I need to get back into Windrose. Dan's just been asking me if I got my frigate yet, and I've not, because I've not been on Windrose for over a week. I had a brief go on Ark Raiders Monday night solo because Greg's been away. He flew to LA for work, so I thought I'll have a go solo. That didn't end well. I got absolutely ganked both times, and I ended up rage quitting, and I haven't been back on it since. So I'm waiting for Greg coming back on that. So.
All right. I find that I have better luck when I am solo, but I haven't played in several weeks, so that may have...
Well, Greg sent me a message today, and it's like a link to a tweet, and Embark have said that there's been an update now where if you instigate the firefight, then you will get sort of like marked as hostile PvP. If you defend yourself, you won't go down as being a hostile now, because before, if you fought back, you were classed as PvP as well. So that's a nice addition. So,
all right.
But there's a game on your list what I'm very interested in. I've actually installed it, but I've not tried it yet.
So let's talk about it. I think you're referring to Subnautica 2.
Yeah, I loved the first game. I played a lot of the first game.
So I never played Subnautica 1.
Oh, didn't you?
My youngest was into it.
Yeah.
He played it a lot on Steam. And so when this came out, he asked me for money to go buy it. And I said, well, you could actually just install it on the Xbox. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And so thankfully he let reason speak there. So I decided, since it was installed, why not check it out? And I've been enjoying it. It's an intriguing challenge. It definitely is not holding your hand, right?
No, the first game didn't, no.
Yeah.
And until you got like decent water tanks and a submersible, you couldn't stay underwater too long.
Yeah, I think I started with like 30 seconds of being able to stay underwater. And then I got a backpack that lets me stay underwater for a minute and a half. That's kind of as far as I've gotten. So it does seem, I was a little frustrated because it seemed like the first thing I wanted to do was get fins to swim faster, which were easy to do, and the water backpack to stay underwater longer.
Yeah.
That required silver, and I was looking all over the place, and I just could not find anywhere close to where the start was. And so I was like, all right, I guess I'm not meant to find this yet. And so I went swimming off, and I drowned so many times trying to
Yeah.
figure things out. But I have finally got the backpack that lets me stay underwater longer. I finally got the gene mutation so that I can eat the local food.
Yeah.
Because I was starving to death a whole bunch. So starting to make progress. But it definitely it doesn't hold your hand at all. It's like
No.
off you go.
It looks amazing, though, doesn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and even though you sometimes are frustrated by it, it is very relaxing to play, right? Because risk of dying is just not. There's not a whole lot of risk, right?
Yeah.
You die, you go back to spawn, and there you have it. My biggest frustration with it is I wish that I could clear the enemies from an area, because there's a few areas where you have these aggressive fish, and the only thing you can really do is throw these flares that the fish will go chase.
Right.
And then when the flare burns out, they come right back and they start attacking you again. But I'll keep playing it. I've been liking it. I have to keep reminding my youngest, because he's way farther than I am.
Yeah.
And he'll come tell me like, "Oh, do this. Oh, do this." I'm like, "Hey, like thanks for the advice, but don't spoil everything for me, man. Let me learn a little bit on my own."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Subnautica 2. It's worth it's for $0, it's certainly worth trying out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're on Xbox, that is. If you're on Steam or PlayStation, then,
I don't think it's a lot on Steam anyway. I think it's only like £26 on Steam. I don't think it's full price.
Yeah, I think it's $40 US, which would be about
25, 30 quid. Yeah, similar price to our creators. Yeah. So yeah.
Cool. Let's see, what else have I been playing? I'm going to say Baldur's Gate for the end, because I have a bit to say about Baldur's Gate. So Avowed, I'm still playing Avowed, and it just refuses to end. So I finally got to the part where you get to Sapadal, the weird cover art boss, and I was like, all right, cool, you can go. And I thought that would be like the end of the game, but then it spits me back out right at the starting area, and I guess I've got to do some battle. I don't know, but I'm just like, this game simply refuses to end. Which is
it does drag on a bit, yeah. I quite enjoyed Avowed, though. I got right into it. So.
I usually think Obsidian and maybe Obsidian get a pass because they made Fallout New Vegas, which was incredible.
Yeah.
But I've been a little frustrated with Outer Worlds 2, and I've been a little frustrated with Avowed. So maybe they're not as great as I thought they were. But I'll eventually get to the end of it. What else? And then the only other thing I've been playing this week is Baldur's Gate 3. So funny story. I have a group that's been meeting weekly to play Baldur's Gate 3 in co-op.
Yeah.
And Wednesday is our usual meetup, and my Wi-Fi broke.
Oh yeah, I saw that message. Yeah.
And my Wi-Fi company absolutely sucks. So I chat with them, and I'm like, hey, this is the third time this has happened. I am 99% certain that the modem is just dead. Can I please just go to the store and exchange it? And they're like, no, we got to send a tech. And I'm like, well, okay, how soon can they get there? And they're like, Friday. I'm like, come on, really? Friday? And then Friday comes, and the tech was supposed to be there between 2 and 3 p.m. 5 p.m. rolls around, still no sign of them. So I start calling, and after 3 or 4 phone calls, I finally get like, yeah, they're running behind. They'll eventually be there. And then the tech calls me at like 7 p.m. and he's like, yeah, I'm kind of running late, but I can still get there if that's okay. And what he wants me to say is, no, let's just reschedule.
Yeah, so don't get your fucking ass here now.
I'll be waiting, man. I am.
Yeah. I'll get withdrawal symptoms here.
And so he finally shows up at like 7:45, and I can tell he's just angry because I try to make small talk and he's not hearing. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Like just fix it then. And he goes and he gets out his little meters and he's like, yep, there's signal there, there's power there, there's signal there. He's like, yeah, I think it's just a bad modem. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I told him. And then I told him, I said, I told the guy on the tech support that it was a bad modem and I should just go swap it out, and they wouldn't let me. And then he started moaning about them, and we were friends after that.
Yeah. Yeah, something in common.
So Wednesday, my Baldur's Gate group, I tried to use my little portable Wi-Fi puck, and it just wasn't up to the job. And so I was like, all right, you guys have fun. I'll catch up with you next week. And they were doing the boss battle with the Grim in the Grim Forge.
Right. Oh, yeah,
They were laughing because most of the time I'm there and I'm pretty familiar with all of Act 1. So I'm like, if they're confused, I'm like, hey, we just do this.
Yeah.
And they must have died to the Grim. They said 3 or 4 times because they just didn't know what to do.
Is that where you have to get that thing to drop on it?
That's the easy way. Yeah, you can kill them without it, but the easy way is hit him with the hand.
Yeah, lure him in, and then it stamps him, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it only works if he's just come out of the lava, right?
Yeah.
And so they were joking with me. They're like, "Yeah, we needed you to tell us what to do. We kept dying." So my solo campaign, I'm getting closer and closer to the end here. I finally reached new content. Went down into Raphael's House of Hope. Have you done this bit?
No, I'm still on early bits of Act 2.
Okay, well, I won't spoil it for you. It is very interesting. It's a bit of a... So I will give you one bit of it. When you get to that part, if you remember, take it slow.
Yeah.
So I had thought it was going to be a lot like the battle in the underwater prison where you just have to go fast. And so I started just running past enemies, and I very quickly got overwhelmed. And I was like, let's see what happens if I just take it slow. And then I just rolled them because the party's level 12, and it was pretty, until the final battle with Raphael, everything was pretty easy.
Yeah.
The battle with Raphael was pretty cool because the music changes.
All right.
Voice actor who voices Raphael has a little rap that he does in the music while you're fighting. So it was pretty cool. Then I went to where the Steel Watch Foundry, and for the last time I went to the Steel Watch Foundry, all of the prisoners in there just died because they're not smart. Like I was trying to free them and they kept running into the fight and getting themselves killed. This time I managed to save them. And then they come out and they make peace with the Iron Hand gnomes, and off you go. But the most interesting bit was I finally got to the dragon under the city, and so it was very much a strong bad kind of reference there, because you learn through the backstory that he was a man, he was a dragon man, but then he was just a dragon.
Right.
And that was a tough fight.
Is that the dragon you see in Act 1 when you get to the bridge near where you go to Act 2?
Different dragon.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever fight that red dragon. Maybe you do later. I haven't got that far.
Yeah.
Now this is like an undead dragon that's under Baldur's Gate. And there's a pretty interesting backstory about the Emperor there. So I don't want to. If you haven't played that, I don't want to spoil it for you. But I'm getting there. I'm running out of quests to finish before I have to go actually finish the main quest. And that's what I've been playing this week.
Excellent.
Which means, Mark,
is it quiz time?
It is quiz time.
It's time for the quiz. Yeah, you know what? Oh, too bad.
And
Dan's in the chat, so I don't know if Dan's going to join in, but if not, I've won. Yeah.
You've won. Congratulations. I guess Boomer got the word that Kim wasn't going to be here because Boomer decided. I don't know where everybody else is, but so I'll leave it up to you. We can do this quiz, or we can see. All right, here we go.
Yeah, might as well go for it.
All right, I'm gonna put them in the chat anyway, just to be curmudgeonly. Up first in this quiz is A Short Hike, which was released in 2020 on the Nintendo Switch. The title is A Short Hike on the Nintendo Switch from 2020.
That's a good start because I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a Nintendo follower, so yeah, I've no clue.
I guess it was also on Steam. It was also on Steam, so I'll read you.
Right.
I'll read you the synopsis.
Yeah.
A short hike is a cozy short, cozy game where you climb and do side quests for the NPCs in the world. With some mini games and collectibles, it's really chill.
Sounds a bit indie shovelware-ish. I'll say 70.
70.
Yeah.
It was 88.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
There we go. Up next from 2009 is Shadow Complex on the Xbox 360.
Now, this was a good game, and it was well received as well. I'm sure it was. But how well received was it? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say 92 because this was a great game. Yeah, 92.
Mark said 92. The answer was 88.
Wow.
Yeah.
What near of this time?
Hardly Dan
Dan
comes in with a 72, just under the wire. So you've got some competition here. All right, up. So let's see. We'll give Dan a 72 for round 2. Up next, The Binding of Isaac, Rebirth from 2014, and this is on the PlayStation 4.
Right. I know of the game. I've never played it. I'm gonna take a guess at 88.
Dan says 85. Mark says 88. The answer was, in fact, 88. Well done, Mark.
I think I know the theme here.
And closing out this week's quiz is Trails in the Sky, first chapter from 2025 on the PC. And if you've never heard of this game,
Nope.
let me pull a synopsis for you. Trails in the Sky, first chapter, reimagines the first chapter of a beloved series, infusing it with enhanced visuals and refined gameplay. Join Estella and Joshua, partners bound by fate, as they unravel dark conspiracies threatening the peace of the liberal kingdom. Not liberal, Liberal, liberal.
All right.
I probably said it wrong. So there you go. What do you think? You have a guess?
No, I've not played it. I've not heard of it. But I'll take a stab in the dark here. I'll say 88.
All right. Mark says 88. Dan seems to have checked out. I'm gonna give him a 3 count in my head. Not hearing anything. This one's actually 89.
Oh.
But yes. The theme this week was all the scores are 88, except the last one being 89.
Yeah, that's because the show's at 888, which
888.
Which actually is the number of the angels as well. So I didn't know whether to call it the Angel Show, but I thought that was a bit too girly for us, wasn't it? We're more manly men.
That's right, men.
Yeah.
There we go. So, congratulations, Mark. You are the winner of this week's quiz.
Take that, Greg. Only way I can beat Greg is if he's not here.
Yeah, I think Greg's been cheating lately.
I think he's got batched looking it up and texting him the answers.
I think maybe he's hacked into my Google Sheets. Okay. Which means that brings us on to the point of the show where we're going to discuss some news stories.
Here is the fucking news.
Dan lost signal.
So just a couple of quick news stories this week. First, this is from Eurogamer, I believe. No, this is from doesn't matter. Do your prep, Moose. Do your prep. this is Fable, the new Fable game.
Yeah.
Despite Xbox's plan to reevaluate their approach to exclusivity, the Playground Games confirms that Fable is still coming to PS5, and it is not going to be delayed either. In an age where Master Chief himself is coming to PlayStation 5 for Halo Combat Evolved, it seems like any other Microsoft exclusive could potentially make the jump. There had been mixed signals on the new Fable from Playground Games, but the studio has since confirmed that you can play it on Sony's system. Good news for anyone hoping to return to Albion, who only has a PS5 then. So there you go. Despite some initial leanings towards, hey, maybe we're going to keep some of our exclusives exclusive, it looks like this one at least is going to make the jump to PlayStation 5. Over to you, Mark.
This game's been a long time coming. And
Hasn't it?
Yeah, and now Forza Horizon 6 is out. Maybe they can double down and get this thing released. But yeah, they announced it so long ago, didn't they? But I don't mind it going on other platforms, because at the end of the day, if it's on the Sony platform, then it isn't on Game Pass on that system, so it's revenue. They're making money, and then Playground Games can use that money and inject it into more development for the next big thing. So yeah, I'm all for multi-platform stuff. I know. Like Sony are going back on that now, aren't they? And they're taking the games off. Well, not taking them. They're not going to be on Steam anymore in the future and stuff. And they're wanting more exclusivity. But I don't mind what Microsoft are doing, where they're going on all the different systems.
It'll be interesting to see where Microsoft goes, because the new CEO has said they're going to, be an Xbox company as opposed to a software company.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you bring up Forza Horizon 6, because I did see they're reporting that Forza Horizon 6 sold almost 5 million copies, which is good for $325 million in revenue, despite being on Game Pass. So they managed to sell. I
think a lot of people paid the 60 quid for the upgrade as well, for the extra car packs, the season pass and the early access. So I know quite a few of our community members paid that. So
it looks like about half of it was on Steam.
Right, okay. Yeah.
About half of the Forza Horizon 6
sales
gamers are on Steam. So there you go. Can be on Game Pass and still make money.
Yeah.
All right. And rounding out the news this week, something for your neck of the woods, Mark. PlayStation's dynamic pricing experiment and Sony's lack of transparency about it reportedly might violate European law. So this is Sony's recent dynamic pricing experiment on the PlayStation Store, which offers different game prices to different people, might violate European law. Danish publication Arkadin heard from several experts in the field about how Sony's lack of transparency regarding its pricing experiments seemed to fall outside what is currently legally allowed in Europe. You should never have two adverbs in a row like that. It's hard to say. Specifically, the move seems to contravene EU Directive 2011/83/EU. And then it closes out with, in the worst case, they could face a fine, said Christian Berkvist, associate professor at the University of Copenhagen. But that won't make much of a difference to a company of Sony's size. So, as our European correspondent for this week's show, what do you have to say, Mark?
Well, I've got two thoughts on this. So the first thought is Sony are already in trouble with their pricing. There's currently a massive class action lawsuit, and most people who have bought games from a PlayStation Store are due a refund soon. It's been ongoing for about a year, 18 months now. I myself should get a refund because I've bought quite a few games in the past from the store. And that was all down to overcharging. Now, regards to dynamic pricing, there's a massive stigma about dynamic pricing at the moment on concert tickets. Like the big one for the UK last year was when Oasis reformed and did a tour last summer, and a lot of that was dynamic pricing. So the more demand, the more ticket price went up. Sometimes the tickets were like £500-600 a ticket, which was crazy. Wow. Some artists will insist that they don't use dynamic pricing, but yeah, a lot of it's down to Ticketmaster, and they will implement it. And if they can see a gap or an opportunity to make a killing, they're going to do it. So yeah, so I don't agree with dynamic pricing. So it's bad enough with concert tickets and theatre tickets and stuff. For it to be in gaming, that's a double blow. That's so bad. So are they going to do it? So is it country specific, or is it going to be if a game's doing really well, they're going to put the price up? How they're going to do the dynamic part of it, that's a thing as well. So because at the moment we do have differences for obviously US and UK, because if you do the conversion rates, the UK has been paying more for years on games than what the US pay when you do the conversion. But if we're going to start charging differently across Europe, and most of Europe use a euro, we don't here, but say you're in Belgium, they own a euro, you're in Spain, who've got a euro, and Germany, you got a euro. If the game price is different in them three countries, that ain't going to be good, and that is probably what's going to break that EU directive and going to be legally challenged. So yeah, Sony trying to look a bit there, aren't they, I think? What do you think, Chris?
I think it's interesting that you mentioned the price being different in different countries, because
I'm guessing that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, things cost. The cost of things is different in different countries.
Yeah.
Anyway, right? That's why you have so many American and British expats in parts of the world where it just costs less to live, right? But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. It seems like the airline industry has been doing this for a long time.
Supply and demand.
Yeah. Well, and even like if you go search for a flight, and then you come back, if you keep coming back, they keep just bumping the price up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Only for you. Only for you.
That's if you leave it to the last minute, it's always more than if you book it like months in advance. Is that right? Yeah.
There's like a sweet spot, like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks. 56 days. So whatever that comes out to, I guess that's about 7 weeks. About 7 weeks out is about the time.
UK car insurance is the same. If you're looking for car insurance in the UK, if you leave it until your renewal is due, like in the next few days, your quotes can be higher than if you got a quote for it like being renewed in 4 weeks' time. It's not right. It's crazy, but insurance is just a whole other different scam, isn't it?
Car insurance is a weird. I always try to shop around, and I haven't found a rate that's better enough to make me switch yet, because I'm pretty happy with the company I'm with.
For years I've always switched every year to I use a price comparison sites, but the company I'm with now have actually been the cheapest, and so I've been with them. This will be my 4th year with this supplier, so you can land lucky, I suppose.
Time to shop it around. Might save yourself some money. All right, cool. So there you go. You come here for games, you get some financial advice. Compare for car insurance. So let's talk new releases. I guess I'll read this. New release calendar for the upcoming week. Let's see, you get Enter the Chronosphere on the PC on May 25th. Slot or Not on the PC on May 25th. Birashana, Winds of Fate on the Switch for May 26th. Lumen Tale, Memories of Trey on the Switch and PC on May 26th. Stone Machia on the PC, May 26th. Town to City on the PC, May 26th. On May 27th, 007 First Light, PS5, Xbox Series S and S, Switch 2, and PC. And Echo Generation 2 on the Xbox Series X and S and the PC. On May 28th, a whole bunch of games coming on May 28th. 868 back on the PC. Akatori on the PC. Beat the Champions on PS5, Xbox Series S and S, Switch, and PC. Crash Out Crew, which I've learned from my kids. Crash Out is like having a rage, having a temper tantrum.
Right.
So maybe that's what that's about. I don't know. Moon Sigil Atlas on the PC. Nickelodeon Extreme Tennis next on the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch, and PC. Pictonio on iOS and Android. Shift at Midnight on the PC. And The Big Hollow 1982 on the PC. And rounding out your new releases on May 29th, Mina the Hollower on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, Switch, and PC. And NERD on pretty much everything. PS5, PS4, Xbox, X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Interestingly, everything but the Switch 2 for that last one. That's a little strange.
Yeah.
So there we go. I have no idea what nerd is about. Anything on that list pique your interest, Mark?
007 First Light. That looks quite good. I've been following that for a while.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was coming so quickly.
No, I didn't. And I've just looked up that Slot or Not. That looks quite fun. It's like a roguelike card battle game, but instead of using cards, it's got like a slot machine, and that's what like attacks you have. That might be a nice little Steam Deck game. So I like games like that on the Steam Deck because I like the Racoin Pusher and Slave Aspire on there. So that might be interesting.
$70 for 007 Last
Light. It'll be a sale purchase for me. Well, it's the same as Crimson Desert. I want to play Crimson Desert, but I'm not in a rush for it because I've got too many games, and I'm going to wait till it's at least half price, and it will get that eventually. So
Iron Panda on the Discord has said that Crimson Desert is pretty great.
He's hooked on it. Yeah. I know a few. There's one of the newest Discord members is Chods77. He's absolutely hooked on it. He loves the game. So yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mark, why don't you tell the people about play dates in the week to come?
Yep, so we usually get together on a Tuesday and a Thursday night and do some shooty bang bang fun. We're normally on for at least an hour, and it's usually around 8:30 UK time, 3:30 on the East Coast, 12:30 on the West Coast. The PSC threw me, then I was looking for W, and around 2:30 if you're in the Kim time zone, which is central. And then on Fridays we usually on around 8 o'clock UK time, and we're normally on for a bit longer that night because obviously it's not a school night, is it? So we can stay up later. Our wives let us have a bit more of a free reign.
There we have it.
Yep.
All right. If you want to get hold of the show, suggest some games, maybe you have an idea for a quiz, send it to us in an email at ocpodcast@gmail.com. Tweet it at us at OC_podcast. Leave us a review at iTunes, Podbean, wherever you get your podcasts. And please come on over to the future. Drop us a question. We'd love to talk about whatever's on your mind sometimes. And we're going to do things a little backwards this week. I'm going to start the shout outs. So I'm going to shout out Odin because I get it. You can stop raining on my head now. I'm going to shout out golf carts because when you drive a golf cart around a university or campus, you can violate all the traffic laws.
That's fun.
I'm going to shout out Mark because otherwise I would just be sitting here talking to my camera and that would be really, really weird. And Hardly Dan for stopping by in the chat today. Thanks for making it so it's at least, somebody here. Kim and Greg apparently are the popular ones. They have all the fans. So there we have it. Over to you to close us out, Mr. Mark.
I want to shout out yourself. Shout out to Greg and Kim. I hope they're having is it Mother's Day over there? No? Or is it, it's because of the bank holiday tomorrow, isn't it? So
Yep.
yeah. So shout out to them too for not being here, and for Greg letting me win the quiz. A shout out to the sunshine. We've finally got some sunshine in the UK. So yeah, and to Dan for showing up in the chat. And that is it for us. So we will see you same time next week. Hopefully with and a shout out to Phil's PC for overheating. Quite ironic. It's PC's made by Chill Blast, but it's overheating. I found that quite funny. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, hope your PC gets better soon, Phil, and hopefully he'll be on with us next week. So yeah, catch you guys later.
Excellent.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.